Today we are covering the Cowansim Bell 222b. It is a beautiful model designed by Bell in the 70s. This is the B model. As usual, it is an incredibly nice model. It has nice, very great sounds. We're going to do a startup in just a moment. The detail's fantastic. The rotor and tail rotor animation is modeled. And all the doors open. You can configure it in a couple of different ways. You can add and subtract passengers. It has a very decent startup procedure. It's not 100%, but I would say it's 90%. And it has retractable landing gear. Here we are inside. Let's go ahead and close the doors and get ready for startup. Nice solid sounds. And the doors in the back. There we are. One of the passengers. And we're almost ready to go. Ready to start. Interior and pre-start checklist. I'm going to put this over to the side. And we already did the doors. Doors are secure. Rotor brake is off. Seat belts fastened, adjusted, secured. Battery switch on. The battery switch is right up here. Right there. Battery switch is on. Master caution press to reset. There it is. Cockpit interior lights off, on, adjust as required. Flight controls free and correct. Make sure that they're not in the way of items on your desk and such. Check. Parking brake, pull set parking brake. So parking brake is right there. It's already set, so I'm just resetting it to show. Caution light on again, and brake light is on. Searchlight and landing light stowed. So those are right here. Landing light and searchlight are both off and stowed. Throttles rotate to max, then rotate back to idle stop. Activate idle stop release switch to close throttles. So that's, whoa, whoops, that's that one, back here. So rotate to full, rotate back, and use the idle stop switches to put all the way back. There we go. Engine chip test. Press check illumination of all chip segments. Okay, now this one was hard to find. It is right here. Okay, so this is a chip indicator there. And there's the check. There it is. Landing gear test switch. Pressed, ensure unsafe light illuminates. Landing gear indicates green, landing gear handle down. Okay, I did that out of order, but landing gear down, green. The test switch is here. Oh, test right there. Test switch right there. So you make sure that that works. Fuel quantity gauge. Check instrument static positions. Fuel quantity gauge is here. Instruments all in static positions. All the way through. Altimeter check. And set. Clocks set and running. So here are your clocks. and you can start the 0 clock if you want. Start the stopwatch. There you go. Magnetic compass check. Now, I don't know how to check the magnetic compass, but there it is. AUG system switches norm. Oh, this was a hard one to find. AUG system switches are here. They're way over here, and they are set to norm. They are where they're supposed to be. Fire extinguisher switches engine 1, engine 2 to norm. That's right here. They are. Agent release switch centered. That's in the middle. It's centered. Fire detection test switch, press down, check fire warning lights, illuminate. That's here. There we go. Baggage fire light, press to illuminate. That's right there. You don't want to fire in your baggage compartment. Caution panel, bright dim as required. Caution panel test button, press. Check that all caution panel warning lights illuminate while pressed. And they do. Fuel valve switch engine 1 on. Fuel prime switch engine 1 on. So fuel valve and fuel prime. Okay, now fuel incon switch off. Oh, I had a hard time finding those before. I don't know where those... Oh, this one. Fuel incon switch. Fuel prime switch. Inverter 1 and 2 switches off. Gen 1 and 2 switches off. Check, they are. Fuel valve switch engine 2 on. Fuel prime switch engine 2 on. So prime switches. Valve open. Prime switch open. Seat belt switch off. Cabin and bag switch off. Non-smoking switch off. Co-pilot vent blow switch off. Anti-ice switch engine 1 off. Co-pilot pitot heat off. So these are all right here. All these right across here. Off. And all these off. Number 1 and 2 hydraulic switch on. Which are, oh here, 1 and 2 hydraulic switches on. Pilot pitot switch off. Anti-ice switch engine 2 off. Pilot vent blow switch off. Anti-collision light switch off. Position light switch off. Standby altitude switch off. So these are all here. Standby attitude switch off. Pilot instrument lights adjust as required. Don't need them yet. Co-pilot instrument lights adjust as required. Don't need them yet. Rotor brake on. Check that both rotor brake warning lights illuminate on the caution panel, then off, and verify the handle snaps into place. So we are here. Go back here. Sorry. Go back here. Turn this on. Go here. Make sure the warning lights are on. Rotor brake warning lights on. Back to here. Make sure it snaps into place. There it is. Isn't that a nice sound? Click. Okay. Engine start. Now this doesn't work exactly as described as the real world heli, but it does start. It does a pretty good imitation. So seat belts. My cameras are doing weird things. Here we go. Seat belts, no smoking, anti-collision light, position light on. So seat belts, cabin and baggage lights, no smoking, and position light is here. Position light on. Rotor blades clear. Ensure rotor brake is released before starting engine. Ensure rotor brake is released. So rotor brake is clear. So we do this two ways, of course. We make sure that they're clear here. Clear. And out here, that gentleman over there would make sure that they're clear around the rest of the aircraft. There we go. Start engine switch, press once, ensure start light on, caution panel illuminates, and NG indicates rotation. Now I'm going to just run through this real quick. Do not open throttle before 11% N RPM. Throttle engine 1, open throttle to induce fuel 11 to 12%. Do not exceed 900 or 832C for more than 12 seconds. If engine fails to start within 15 seconds, close throttle and press abort start. Cold weather starts may require you use a start assistance switch. All of that is real world stuff, and it doesn't exactly work. It's not exactly 100%. So we're here, we're looking for N1 to go where that white mark is to induce fuel, and we're watching this to not go over 800 for more than a few seconds. If you watch a real world video on this, you'll see that it is different. So when we go to engine 1 start, for one, well, you'll see. Here we go. It just does it on its own. So it's like a FADEC system, even though that isn't what this helicopter really has. It's like a full authority digital engine control. It's not 100% there yet, so we'll wait for this to come up. Start caution light, check that it is extinguished. It already is. Rotate to idle stop, 70%, and it already did that on its own. There it is. See, it's going just over 70. Engine 1 warning light should extinguish above 60. Engine oil gauge temperature and pressure indicating normal. Gen switch on. So these are the oil temperature and pressure. And Gen 1 switch on. Now this one caused me a little trouble. It was a little weird. Gen 1 switch. There it is. It's a three-way switch. So it's a little confusing. So the top light now right there is out. I got that. Inverter switch 1 on. Bus in-con switch on. So one of these is already on. Inverter on, 1 on. And these bus switches, battery 1, 2, are already on. Those were on when I started. Engine fuel prime switch off for engine 1. There we go. As you can hear, we have some nice sound now. Utilize the same procedure for starting engine number 2, substituting number 2 for number 1. So we go back down here. And we start at number 2. Whoops, I'm sorry, wrong button. There we go. Number 2, same thing. So now we go here. Engine 2 coming up. Now this doesn't move yet, but I trust Cowansim that they will fix that. Engine oil pressure and temperature coming up. There we go, see? NG is coming up. The rotor is spinning, obviously. And our torque is coming up. And we now hit Gen 2. Okay, I will know by the lights if I did this right. And inverter 2 seems to have already been on. Prime off. So oil gauges, temperature and pressures indicating normal. Transmission oil gauge temperature and pressures indicating normal. Throttles open both to full. So we're already ready. These are the pressures. Everything seems to be green. Already ready to open the throttles. There we go. Pilot and co-pilot pitot heater switches on if off if not required. Engine 1 and 2 anti-ice switches on, off if not required. They're sure not required here, where we happen to be, which is out in the beautiful Oceania, or update 13, I'm pretty sure it is. So we are ready to start moving. And I'm just going to run over and do a quick gear check because it's fun. There we are, all ready to go. So I bring the engine up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we still got some things on here. Hold on. Brakes and DC. See, the DC generator 1 or 2 did not come on right, so I'm still not got that down. Once you switch it the right way, and that should go out. That should go out. Come on now. There. There it is. That is out. And then I need to turn, now, of course, I need to take the brake off right there. The brake come off. And I'm going to try backing it up. Give it a little, bring up the collective just a bit. I don't want to take off. Just want to back up. It's hard to get it moving at first. Okay, I will just rotate the nose. And we are moving. Oh, it looks like I left the traffic on at the airport. I'm going to get out here into the clearing and do a little gear test because it's fun to watch it go up and down. Just to animate how it works. Oh, I've got some traffic at the airport. Okay, well, not a problem. So we're going to lift it up into a hover for a hover check. There we go, gear up. That didn't work. Gear up. Uh-oh. My gear lever isn't working. Okay, hold on. What's wrong? Hold on. Back down. I think I know what it is. I think my controls are not set right. All right, I'll probably just edit that right out. Here we go. Coming up into a hover test. Here we go. Little hover test. Gear up. The alarm works. Gear down. Set her back down nice and easy. Okay, not that easy. A little clunker. And let's head out for our little fly around. And the gear will come up at about 60 knots. All right, now let's fly around and have a look, see what's going on here. We are on the island of Pohnpei. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's a small island in Micronesia. As I say, part of the latest update from Asobo. And it's quite nice. Suddenly, a co-pilot appears. No idea how he got there. What is going on? Gear coming up. Very detailed airport, just not a lot around here. There's the airport and a little bit of island and some boats. Not a lot going on, but a perfect place to test out a new Bell 222b. The more powerful Bell 222b was introduced in 1982 with a larger diameter main rotor. The 222b based Bell 222 UT utility twin with skid landing gear was introduced in 1983. 222 was the first light commercial twin-turbine helicopter developed in the United States. I might have mentioned this earlier, but I really like the sounds. Just a little trip around the pattern. We'll come back in. Gear down. Gear down. And try and ease it onto the numbers. A lot smoother on the inside than it looked on the outside. And we'll just taxi over to the taxiway. Look how nice that is. Love how it moves across the ground. It's fantastic. I haven't flown it a whole lot yet, but so far I'm really loving the flight dynamics. It's especially it is fun to put the gear up and down. I didn't think I would care that much about that, but it's nice. It's very nice. I'm not going to do the shutdown today. It's pretty much it's not very difficult. It's like most other helicopters, but there is a shutdown checklist. And there we are. We're going to go ahead and stop there. Thanks so much for watching. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Love making these videos. If you want to see more, do let me know. The Bell 222b by Cowansim. Somewhere out in the middle of the ocean.